Charlotte's #1 country, 103.7 WSOC.
With this gentleman that I almost don't know where to start. I guess we'll start with this being opening night of the tour, and this is a big deal. I don't think I've ever been around for the opening night of a big tour like this. Dierks Bentley, so everybody give it up for Dierks! Opening up for Brad Paisley tonight. Now, a couple of years ago, you did your own headlining tour where you were playing venues between, I don't know, 3,500 and 10,000 seats, and now you're doing the opening thing for Brad. What's something that you learned doing your own tour that when you go back to being a part of a big tour like this, you know?
Sure. For a couple of years we had about 4 semi-trucks. We played here in Charlotte, and I remember the building was kind of rounder
It's
style.
the original Charlotte Coliseum.
Yes.
Now Bojangles Coliseum.
Yeah, that's where we played. And so I think you just learn, you have a lot of respect for how it's hard to put on a headline tour. You got to carry a lot of trucks, a lot of gear, a lot of people, it's a lot of work and all the staging and lighting to go up and whatnot. So it's nice for us when Brad approached me about being part of this tour. It was kind of nice to take a break from all that, to take the work out of it and just go back to having fun playing music. And now we get to go out there and play for 45, 50 minutes and have fun and just be part of a great tour. A lot of people are coming out and it's just been fun. But I got a lot of respect for Brad and what it takes to put on a big tour because we've done it for a couple of years and it's a lot of work.
And we just saw him a few minutes ago. Brad Paisley was doing laps, jogging around and around. So where were you?
I was out the fans tailgating. I saw a couple of guys. I took my green Jeep out there and cruised around to see some of the first tailgaters and hung out with them and handed out a few Bud Lights. And now I'm back over here talking to you guys and get ready to do our show.
What do you kind of do in your downtime when you're on tour? Do you go out and exercise? Do you go out and play some sports?
Baby, he just told you, he goes out and drinks beer.
You know, I get out and go do something. I usually go to find some sort of workout or something. When we're playing states up north where hockey's prevalent, of course, we've got a good hockey team here as well. But I'll play my hockey bag. A lot of times there's a men's league or a lunchtime game I can jump in on and play some hockey. But usually it's just just get ready for the show and hang out with fans before the show and have a little fun after. Maybe go over to Whiskey River, maybe check out Coyote Joe's. I don't know.
Dierks Bentley's our guest at WSOC. Now, y'all taped the George Strait special the day after the ACM. It just aired a week ago.
Yeah.
And there was a great sequence in there where you pulled a tape out of your pocket and handed it to George Strait. This is really a two-part question. One, was there anything on there? Did you really pitch a song?
There was, yeah. They gave me a blank CD because they knew I pitched some stuff to George in the past. So they gave me a blank CD. They thought it'd be funny to do that skit. But I took the CD, put it in my computer, and put a song on there that I'd written with the Warren Brothers not too long before. And so there's a song in there, and also it said "From Dierks to the King," and my cell phone number was on there. But I'm still waiting to get that call. Every time a 512 area code comes up, I'm like, it could be George. And it's usually a telemarketer.
Well, part two of that question is I had an interesting experience talking with Jake Owen about a month ago. And he has a song that's on Twang, the Strait's new CD that's coming out.
Cool.
And the excitement that he had as a songwriter to have a cut on George Strait's CD, I didn't realize what a big deal that was. And you made reference to it when you were talking about every songwriter in Nashville. It's sort of that thing. It's like comedians used to say, I got to be on Johnny Carson. I got to go sit on the couch on The Tonight Show. Is it really that big a deal?
As a songwriter, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. George cuts a lot of tunes and he sells a lot of records, and he's the guy. So to have him sing one of your songs, hear his voice on one of your songs would be pretty cool. I haven't been something I pursued just like a crazy person. It would be great to happen.
So you haven't stalked?
I haven't stalked a little bit. I give him about 1 or 2 songs a year, but I kind of like if it's a good song. If it's good enough for George, it's probably good enough for me. So I usually like cutting it myself. But I'm willing to part with 1 or 2, and if you were to cut one, it'd be pretty cool.
Hey, I saw something the other day that I wasn't aware of. Were you actually approached about being on the first Dance with the Stars?
I was, yeah. Season 1, they called my management and said, "We'd love for you to be one of the Dancing with the Stars people." And though very flattered, I wasn't really ever considered because it's just not. I just like to sing and do this is what I do. I never got into to be like a celebrity. I got into to play music and be on stage and whatnot. And also, I'm a really bad dancer, so that I don't care who is my dancing partner. There's no. You can't correct that. You can't fix terrible. And so, as a kid, as a guy, you're trying to meet girls. There's a couple different ways you can be a smooth talker, which I'm definitely not. You can be a good dancer, which that was ruled out long ago. Or you play music. So I chose music, and it's done good so far. So no dancing for me.
What was the other thing we saw about Dierks Bentley about hair?
It was a section of the People magazine. They did a special country edition where they asked fans, you know, who has the best smile, who has the best hair, and all that stuff. And you came in at like 20% hair, only behind Keith Urban.
And a couple of years ago, there was big controversy because you decided, you know what, I'm tired of jacking with it. You shaved it all off.
And think about it every day.
Yeah. You'd like to do it right now, wouldn't you?
Especially when it gets hot like this. One of our guitar tech, he's had really long hair, and I looked at him today. He's wearing a ski cap. And I said, "Let me see your hair." He completely shaved it off. I was like, dang it, I can't do that.
I love your hair.
No, it's
Wait, I love your curls.
see, that's why I can't do it.
Now, were there actual meetings of people in suits who make big decisions about, oh my gosh, have you seen Dierks Bentley's hair?
No, I was on the road with at the end of the tour, and I was telling the guys in the band. Actually, what did is our bass player Robbie. He's not listening, I don't think, but he's probably one of the more cheap individuals. I've never even seen his wallet. I don't even know if he has one. He's always getting free stuff here and there. And, you know, the bus pulls into the parking lot, and I look out the window, and Nationally, he's taking all the food off the bus and putting it into his truck.
Sounds like our general manager.
He offered me $10 if I would shave my hair off. So that was like the final straw. The fact that he would borrow $10, which he still owes me. I'm going to make him do it on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. Next time I play the Grand Ole Opry on a Saturday night TV portion, I'm going to make him get his wallet out and give me that $10.
And you got to frame it to put it up here.
Yes. That's all down in Mexico somewhere. I just kind of did it on a whim down. I was going to do it on stage, and then I was shooting a video for Long Trip Alone, and the video director said, "Let's do it part of the video."
You only get one shot at that.
The record label was shocked. They sat down and watched the video for Long Trip Alone for the first time. I think they were pretty shocked. I never think about stuff like that. It's my hair.
Hey, we were shocked.
Yeah, we were.
All these ladies are like, "Don't you be shaving your head no more!" Dierks Bentley, thank you so much for stopping by. I know you're busy. This is opening night of the tour with Julie and Brad Paisley. Everybody in the great to have